guys, it's your girl Shauna Graham, and welcome back to another episode of Yellow Couch Talk. Ooh, thank you guys. So today's quote of the day is, "I am not ashamed of my past. I am not ashamed of my humble beginnings." And that is from Madam C.J. Walker. So today I'm not drinking coffee. Wow, it's a surprise. So actually I'm drinking like a mocktail, and this is so good to me. I've been drinking it a lot lately. Because obviously I'm living the sober life. It's been 4 months clean with no liquor. And someone asked me how long I plan on doing this, and I don't have an answer. Like, I really feel like if you guys know my story, if you listen to the podcast, and you know that I heard God tell me to give up liquor and alcohol, so that's what I did. So it's not like I'm gonna give it up. Like, I'm not gonna start drinking again. So like, if this is a thing I do for a year, for 2 years, it is what it is. But my friend, she was like, "Are you pregnant? Why aren't you drinking?" And I'm like, "Girl, bye. No, I'm not. Like, I'm not drinking for a good reason. My mental health, and because God told me to stop." So mocktails it is. So my mocktail that I've been drinking, I use this brand. I got it from Walmart, and it is a blueberry pomegranate sparkling water. And they have so many different flavors. I wanted to try that because I love blueberries, and oh my gosh, I almost fell off the desk. Blueberries and pomegranate. So I use the blueberries and pomegranates. And first, I usually, depending on what fruit that I have usually have strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries. I always have strawberries, but either I take raspberries or blueberries and I like smash them. I think it's called molding. I don't know, whatever. Mold. So today I smashed the blackberries, and then I poured the blueberry pomegranate in. I put like half the glass, and then I filled the other half of the glass with lemonade. I usually use regular Simply lemonade, or I use a strawberry lemonade, and I fill it up the rest of the way. And then I have a strawberry in here, and today I put a lime in there. So it's so good. I mean, like, obviously it's not alcohol, so it is like, it does give juice, but the sparkling water kind of gives it like a, I don't know, like a bubbly type of thing. So I do love that. It's so good. It's so good. You guys definitely should try making mocktails. I was on TikTok like a couple weeks ago, and I seen like all these recipes, which I should have saved them to my phone, because now we're going to get into my social media fast. So I felt like I wanted to fast from something, and I do want to fast from food, but not right now. I'm not going to do that. So I thought to fast from something else. So I thought either like the internet. I really think I should like give up coffee for like a couple months. And I really know I should, but it's so hard. Like, coffee is literally like, it keeps me going, but I don't want to like, I don't want to have to depend on coffee, you know? But I mean, yeah, we're baby steps. So I decided to give up the internet, because I was like, maybe I should give up the TV. And again, the TV and coffee are like, I don't want to say they're my lifeline, but it's like, I literally don't go outside, even though the weather has been nice in Columbus. But I mean, during the summertime, that will be so much easier to like give up watching TV for a month, or maybe a couple weeks. We're going to try a couple weeks and then see if I can go for a full month during the summertime, which is it's really going to be hard. But I feel like we could we can do anything we put our minds to. But so I decided to go on an internet fast. So I don't even know. I think, when did I give up being on the internet? Monday or Tuesday of last week? I really don't know. I think it was Tuesday of last week. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. So it's been like a week, maybe. It hasn't been a week. Let me see. I don't know. That's crazy. I need to keep track so that I know how long it's been. Let me see if I can scroll down. Wow. Seriously, Shauna? Wednesday. Maybe it's only been like 4 or 5 days. It's coming up on a week. What's this? Facebook. I was on Facebook on Wednesday. Okay. So yeah, I think Wednesday was my last day. Wednesday the 12th, and today's the 17th. Okay, so it's almost been a week. Okay, I'm like, girl, like, when's the last day you were using the internet? Okay, so yes, I'm gonna try until May 12th. So that gives me, that's a full month of being off the internet. And I actually want to go like further than that. So we'll just see how long I choose to be off. I just feel like I spend way too much time on the internet. It's like as soon as I wake up, I go on Instagram, because I use Facebook, but I be on there for like 10 minutes and then I'm off. And I do have a Twitter, don't use it, don't even have the app on my phone. TikTok, I spend a lot of time on TikTok. It's probably like I probably use that more than Instagram. But my TikTok, it's really crazy because like a lot of times I'm listening to like, I don't know, I have like a lot of Christian TikTok videos that come up, or just funny videos or family videos or hair videos. That's like what's on my TikTok, on my algorithm. But I feel like it's very crazy that I wake up every day and I get on the internet. So like I get up, and I don't pray every day, but I get up, and like a lot of times, like most days, I do just like thank God for life. And then I just like, I pray, or sometimes I just don't pray. I just get up and get on the internet, right? So I feel like I need to spend more time with like my family, myself, reading, learning, being outside, grounding myself. And that is just really what I need to do. I need to, ow, my foot's itching. I really need to just take a step back and just really reevaluate things and stop being on the internet so much. So here are some things that I wrote down that I want to accomplish and do within my internet fast. So if I plan on doing it for an entire month, and then longer if I can. So I put the first thing down was read 2 to 3 books. And then the second thing I wrote down is read 10 pages of my Bible every day. And then I put record the podcast ahead of time, because a lot of times I record like the day of or the day before. So then I'm like in a rush to like edit everything. And that's only because of like just how things work in my life, and like when I have downtime. And the thing is, I do come home and watch TV, but it's like I want to chill, and I just started watching the show and I'm hooked. That's why I need a break from TV as well, because boy, I've just been like my whole life is just this show right now. Okay, and then I want to walk every day. So the weather is getting nicer. Today it is cold outside. I'm not going to walk. I went out there earlier because if you don't know, if you live in Columbus, it's really cool. If you like don't have enough money to go to the zoo, you can go to the library and you can get a zoo pass. So you do have to like make sure that it's available. So you go to your local library that has the zoo pass. You give them your library card, and you have 2 days to use it. So you can take whoever you want. He said only thing I have to pay for is parking when you get there. Take your zoo pass, go up to the ticket gate, and then just tell them how many tickets you need. So you can take your kids to the zoo. You can take a family member to the zoo for free, as long as you have like a Columbus library card. Go sign up for one. I think that's really cool. So that's what I did this morning. Me and my little brother, we went to Wendy's and got breakfast. And I just wanted the potatoes, and he loves French toast. That's his new thing. So I got him some French toast, and I was eating the potatoes, and he's like, I don't like the French toast. And I was like, really? And I tried it, and I was like, ooh, I don't like this French toast either. Wendy's French toast is not it. Like, it's not. Sorry, Wendy's. Y'all French toast ain't good. It literally tastes like bread, and then you just dip it in the syrup. But the potatoes are good. So I gave him the potatoes, and he was like, I love these. I love these. Because he kept talking about he wants some chicken and fries. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You can't get no chicken and fries right now. You need to get some breakfast. So the potatoes were the closest thing that we had to French fries. But he really enjoyed them. So then we went to the library and we got the zoo pass. So we might go to the zoo the next couple of days. But I think that's really cool. I did see on the sign too, I think you could go to like one of the baseball games. I have to look into it, but if you guys like want to do some free stuff, definitely check through your library and see what you can do, because if there's no excuse like I don't have money to take my kids somewhere when you could do stuff for free. Okay, just a little a little FYI. So yes, with the weather getting nice, I do want to walk every day. So on my days off, I'll do it whenever. But when I do get off of work, I want to go to the trail and walk every day. And then I want to work out 3 or 4 times a week. And then I want to journal. And then I want to do a Spanish lesson every day. So I don't know if I'm going to do a Spanish lesson every day, just because some days are busier than others. Some days I'm really tired from work. But I do want to really commit to learning Spanish. I actually was Googling things online and I could find a Spanish tutor for like really cheap. And then I want to write a budget. So those are the things that I want to do while I'm on my internet fast. So I am still posting the podcast. I won't advertise about it, obviously, because I won't be on Instagram or anything. So turn on your notifications, and if you see the podcast, listen to it. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, another thing is, so the platform that I record on, it used to be Anchor by Spotify. So you guys would hear the ads in the beginning of the podcast. Now they changed it to Spotify for podcasters. And unfortunately, for me, that means that I have to regain more listeners in order to have ads now. So I already had, when I had Anchor, I had to reach 100 listeners, and I did that with Anchor. And that's how I qualified to get ads on the podcast. Now that they changed it to Spotify for podcasters, they're requiring me to do the same thing. And I'm just a little irritated about it, because I'm like, I already did this. Like, it's the same app, but a different name. So I don't understand why it wouldn't just transfer over. So I don't know, just please share the podcast for me, since I'm not using social media for the next month and some change. Continue to listen, and I appreciate everything you guys do. So the topic of this podcast is, so I gotta tell you a story. I meant to tell this story, and why is the video looking crazy? I swear the light just be like, I don't know what's wrong with the light. It always just does some weird stuff. Is it focused on me? This is crazy. Okay. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully. Oh, it's blurry on my face. Why are you? Oh, maybe because my face is behind the microphone. Okay. Okay. Because I have it on cinematic. So I think, okay. I don't know. All right. Hopefully it wasn't blurry and I wasn't noticing that the whole time. So I meant to tell this story back when I talked, I think it was the last podcast episode, when I was talking about like lying and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm kind of upset I didn't tell it then, because it would have fit in to the last episode, but it fits in with this episode because it brings me to what I want to talk about. So, I was at the gas station with my little brother, right? And I needed a phone, what's it called? A box, because I had a USB charger for like the longest time. And then obviously I got a new phone and I had a new charger, but you know, the new phones don't come with charging boxes. So I had to go buy a box, and I did not want to go to Walmart. I didn't want to go to Target. The gas station was right there, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to the gas station. And y'all know them gas station chargers be crazy expensive. I'm like, dang, I should have just went to Walmart. Laziness. And I needed to get gas too. So I went in the gas station, and then I got the charging box and I got gas. I'm leaving out, and I'm putting my little brother in the car, and this lady approached me, and she's telling me this story about how her house just burnt down, and her roommate don't got nowhere to stay, and they're hungry, and blase. And I'm just like, well, she was like, would you be able to give me food? And let me back it up a couple days before that. So a couple days before that, my mom and we went to this Italian restaurant that I did not like. It was not good at all. And I'm so upset because it was like $30 and I did not eat anything. And I was like, I'm really out here always wasting money on food. This makes me angry. Like, I don't want, if I'm wasting money, here go the freaking video doing that again. Hold on, pause for the cost. Okay, if I'm spending money on food, I don't want it to be nasty. Like, I'm sitting here, okay. Anyways, okay, back it up. So we went to the restaurant and there's this homeless lady outside and she is asking for a blanket. She's like, I have like so many dollars. I only need a couple more dollars to go buy this blanket next door. She's like, I'm super cold, whatever. And I didn't have any cash. Like, I never really carry cash on me. Like, if I do, then it's like a strange coincidence or someone just gave me cash. I really never carry cash on me. So I was like, I don't have any cash. My mom was like, I don't have any cash either. So we went into the restaurant, ordered our food. We left. We came back. And when we left, we went to the grocery store because they were like, it's going to be 30 minutes. So we went grocery shopping. And I just felt God was telling me to give her the money. Well, go buy her a blanket or just give her the money. And I was like, well, I don't have the money. And I just was like procrastinating about it. I kept, like, when we came back, I was in the restaurant and I was like, dang, I really should go like buy her a blanket because I didn't have cash. So like, I would have just had to buy the blanket, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for the food and they're taking a while. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, like after I get the food, I'm gonna go next door and buy her the blanket, right? Mind you, she's sitting out on the stoop the whole time in front of the restaurant. So I'm sitting here and I can see her through the window and I'm sitting there like, okay, all right, God, I'm going to go buy the blanket. Cause I kept feeling like God was telling me like, go get her the blanket. And I just kept saying like, okay, like I'm not going to do it. But then I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll get her the blanket. And then God was just like, no, like you took too long. Like I asked you to do it the first time and you didn't do it. So some lady comes past on her, like in her wheelchair and she gives her like a $10 bill. So the lady left and I was like, dang, like I should have listened the first time when God was like, just go get her the blanket, but I didn't, right? So now fast forward the couple days and I'm at the gas station and this lady comes to me and she's telling me about how her house burned down and, you know, her roommate and them don't have a place to stay and they're hungry, right? So I'm like, okay, like, is this God's giving me a second chance to listen to him and obey him and I better not fuck up this time, right? So I'm like, okay, I can get you food. Like, you can go in the gas station and get, like, what you need, right? And then she's like, before we even go into the gas station, she's like, well, can you get me cigarettes? And I was like, no, I'm not buying you cigarettes. And then she was like, well, can you just go to the ATM and get me cash? And I'm like, no, I can't give you any cash. I'm not going to the ATM. You asked me for food, so that's what I'm going to get. Like, that's what I'm going to get you, right? So I take my little brother out the car. We go back into the gas station. I'm not paying her no attention. Literally, I'm just standing at the register waiting for her to come back. She comes back. She has a basket. I'm telling y'all, a basket full of shit. And I was just like, I just like side-eyed her a little bit. I'm like, damn, like I did say she could get what she needed, but like she had a lot of stuff, right? So then the cashier starts cussing her out like, you know you're not supposed to be in here. You do this every week and we banned you from here and you still coming here and you lying to people. And I'm like, dang, like, am I supposed to just leave or am I supposed to just listen to what God keep trying to tell me and just let her like buy this lady her stuff, right? And I'm feeling some type of way because I'm like, wow, like now she do this to everybody, right? And then I was just like, whatever, like, it's not about me. Like, I'm God telling me to buy her stuff regardless of the situation. Then she proceeds to tell this. This is why I wanted to put her into the episode about lying. She's like, I'm 7 months pregnant and I got diabetes and blah, 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 blah. And I looked at this lady and this lady's so skinny. I'm like, now I know she's lying, okay? And I was just like, what is the point of lying? Like, if you are hungry, seriously, if you're hungry, you can just tell me that you're hungry. Now, if you need all these other things, I'm sorry, but I cannot be the one to provide you cigarettes. I don't smoke myself. I'm not buying nobody no cigarettes. I'm sorry. I'm not going to the ATM either. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Me already going into the store again and buying you stuff is going out of my way. So I paid for her stuff, y'all. It was $28. She had thing full of chicken. This gas station was a nice gas station. I don't know. They had, you know how you go to like Walmart or like the grocery store and they got those pre-made things of chicken breasts. They had that up in the gas station because that's what she had. She had one of them. She had all these sodas. She had mints and chips. And I was just like, oh shit. I'm like, that's a lot, girl. But I was like, all right, I'm not saying nothing about it. I didn't pull my card out. I put Apple Pay because I'm like, I'm not pulling my card out because I can't do it. I can't trust people. Because I know she's lying now, so I can't trust her. But then again, like, I was in the car once we got back in the car, and I was like, why do I feel like this, right? Why do I feel like bamboozled, I guess? Or why do I feel bad? I feel irritated. You know, I'm like, she lied to me. And I could have stopped it, but I didn't. Oh my gosh. What is with this video? You a hoe. I gotta hurry up and tell my story. Oh my gosh. I'm talking. So I was just really battling with myself about why I felt how I felt. I was like, I know deep down in my heart that God told me to do this. And why do I feel bad? Why do I feel like I didn't want to do it? Why do I feel like I shouldn't have done it, even though I was told to do it? And I really had to like sit down and check my heart and check myself. I had to put myself in check, honestly, because it was like, I feel like I had to be a blessing for her, even if she was lying to me. So even though like I felt some type of way about it, I think it wasn't even the fact that it was the money. I think it was the fact that she lied. Or it was, I mean, like, honestly, I'm not the richest person. Like, that was like a lot of money for me at the time. Like, I didn't have the money to give, you know, like it was the week after, like the week before payday, you know, that, that week before payday, you'd be like eating ramen noodles, putting 5 in your tank, you know, it'd be a struggle out here. So I really was like, wow, that's like $30 that I really didn't have. But then that's again why I had to check myself, because I was like, it's okay, Shauna, like God asked you to do that for a reason. And it's like, I felt that it's going to come back to me. So even though in that moment I felt a way, I felt like I had to do that for a reason. So I had to give to her in order to receive what God has planned for me. And honestly, maybe I'm not ready. Rewind. Honestly, I may not be ready for what God has to give to me, because in that moment, and I felt that way, that's a problem. So in order for me to receive a blessing from him, I need to be able to give to someone and it be out of the good of my heart and not feeling like upset about it or something like that. And the thing is, I love to give to people. It's crazy because I feel like I always give money to homeless people, regardless if they're lying or not. So I don't know why I felt like that in that moment, because I've never felt like that ever. Like I always give money to homeless people. And it's like, even if you walk down the street and drive off on a Mercedes, that's not up to me. That is up to you. Like, you are the one out here lying to people, right? So I don't understand why in that moment I felt that way. So I really had to like just sit with myself and sit with my feelings and understand why I felt like that. And like, me being me, I'm a giving person. So I don't understand why I felt like that. Like, I'm still trying to process it till this day and understand why it is I felt like that, because I want to do community work. I want to be a volunteer. I want to work with kids. I want to work with people, and I want to change people's lives. So the fact that me knowing that this is me and that's how I feel and the type of person I am, I really just had like to check my heart and just understand like what's going on in here with me, to understand how that affected me and how I felt that way in that moment. But that's the story I wanted to tell, as long with in regards to that. Geez, I didn't talk for so long. The podcast is about to be over. But the only other topic I wanted to talk about was being insecure. But I guess I could probably just say that. Okay, we'll just talk about it now. And then next week we'll dive more into it and how it affected me. So, yes, I wanted to talk about being insecure. And it's so crazy because you can look at me and you could be like, oh, she's beautiful and blah, 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 right? And people tell me that like all the time. And it's just like, sometimes it's hard for me to believe it. Like if a man tells me I'm beautiful, it is really hard for me to believe it sometimes. And that is because of my childhood. And I definitely will go into it next week because we only have 5 minutes left. And I feel like we just need the whole 30 minutes to talk about that. So I guess we'll just save that for next week's episode. But yes, I guess I'll just end it now. If you guys have any stories, well, you can't DM me now. So I'll try to leave a community tab open with questions. So you guys we can talk there. If you guys have any stories about like homeless people or just feeling, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say, what's my question? Have you ever felt how I felt, where you knew you had to do something and you did it and then you felt a way about it? And how did you come to terms with those feelings, or how did you resolve those feelings? Because I feel like at this time in my life, I'm trying to build a relationship with God. And I feel like I keep asking him, what does he want me to give him so that I can receive like blessings or receive things, or just asking him what he wants to see from me or what I need to give him. So I know the first thing that I had to give up was alcohol. So that's like the main thing that I've given up, right? And then I just asked him, like, what else do you need to see from me to know that, like, I am here and I am, like, wanting you to be in my life. I want to have a relationship with God, right? So I don't know, like, it's really a struggle with me, and it's a challenge, and I'm really trying to figure it out. So, you know, every day is a learning lesson. And I don't, if you guys have anything you want to share, if you have my number, text me. If you want to talk, sure, I might leave my email because we can talk on email. That's not social media. So I'll leave my email. That's so funny. Let's be pen pals or something. Let's do old school. Like, let's old school this stuff. Send me an email, okay? If you have any questions or anything, text me, leave me an email in the community tab. Why is my brother crying? It's so, like, I just want to record the podcast, and he just wants to be loud and crying. For what fucking reason? Okay, I'm ending the podcast here. Oh, also, before we go, I ordered these soundproof panels. So it says they have to sit for 72 hours before they like get to the size that they need to be. Because when I bought them, they're like super small. So yeah, these are going to sit for the next 2 days. I'm going to put them up and we'll see if that improves quality, sound, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, email me. That's funny. But be sure to follow me on Instagram at Yellow Couch Talk, at Shaunagram. Be sure to follow my YouTube at Shauna Graham. Shoot, I messed the microphone up. Be sure to follow my YouTube channel at Shauna Graham. You can catch the video there. I'll see you next week on another episode of Yellow Couch Talk with your girl Shauna Graham. Yeah, next week is going to be about being insecure. So we'll see you next week. Peace. How long can you go?